everybody, and welcome back to on Chat and Joe. And this must have to become a series, so live. But anyways, if you've seen Tuesday's episode of episode 15 part 2 with Reckless, you would have seen the topic on Harvey Weinstein. Very controversial topic, I know. And I did say at the end of that video, if you wanted to have a lady in the conversation, I'll bring it back. After a lot of DMs and messages on my phone, we definitely need a female back on this topic. So it only made sense to bring back Emma.
What were you going to say?
I was trying to make a joke, but it wasn't coming out. But anyway, the joke died out. But we have Emma, body positivity, you know, all the good stuff that she's done. Hashtag fab as well. There's actually a link on each video that I actually leave there, where you can actually go on the GoFundMe page. I don't think I've ever said that, but it's always there anyway, so I just want to let you guys know now. So I put a link here, where my hand is, and if you don't click that, there's a link there, and just go support, put some cash up in there, and this fight gets brilliant. Bam! You don't know what FAB stood for now. No, you do! But anyway, so let's get into the conversation on how you
need to run like a bank for me. I stepped down.
Let's get into Harvey Weinstein.
Yes.
I'll give you a few points that was made from the conversation. So my main points were he was doing it to go 16 to 18. It was happening in the early 90s to the early 21st century, where I was basically saying that it's very easy to pay off judges and bring in lawyers when you've got more power, especially little girls. It's very easy to just pay them off to stay silent and, you know, make threatening, say threatening things to them that they're going to end their career and stuff like that. Reckless was more on the point where if they are trying to finesse them, they shouldn't do. If that's the case, it's a line, of course, you know, how people are these days. And then obviously, Jeffrey's point was if they took the money, they're in the wrong and they shouldn't have, what's it called? They should have basically dialed 999 as soon as it happened. And basically all about why it took so long for them to come out. And obviously we're in a day and age where a lot of cases people are basically holding people against their ransom, saying, oh, if you don't pay me so and so and so forth, I'll tell them what you did to me, and etc. etc. Basically what I want is a female opinion on this. I do know for a lot of girls that have been in situations, it's very difficult to talk about it, especially if you're that young and you're experiencing something basically life-changing, really. It can stop you from wanting to sleep with anyone in some cases. Even trusting men to an extent. Especially older men to an extent. I mean, because if he's an older guy, you might feel a bit insecure around older men. But yeah, like, what's your point on that?
I think what's quite shocking is obviously, like you said, the age is 16 to 18, and what you've got to remember, these girls are in a position where they might just be starting out in Hollywood, in films, auditioning. They're putting their trust in these people that they see so high up and like highly recognised with their work. And you've got someone who, I don't know like the background of all the stories, but say you walk into an audition room, you do your audition, and you've got someone who is a lot older than you coming onto you, and even if you did say no, he's obviously saying, you're not going to get anywhere, I'm going to ruin your career. You're going to be terrified. You can't tell me that a 16 to 18 year old is going to be like, no, I don't want to do this, I'm going to leave and ruin your career and peep up, because you wouldn't. Who is, you feel like, who is going to believe you? This person has a lot of authority, has a lot of status and a lot of money. So why would, and a lot of friends, a bit like we were talking about the Amazon, someone spoke up and she spoke up and he didn't listen. So he's got a lot of connections and a lot of friends. So you would be too scared to. Plus you're scared that your career that you want to work for and work really hard for could be completely tarnished with literally like a couple of £1 million or however much they're offering. Do you know what I mean?
Because I think for me, I think the sexual harassment rate, whichever one obviously they do, I think it's bigger than just Harvey. It can date into any industry. If you look at modelling, the reason I bring up modelling because obviously you do. And I think it's interesting to try and understand that when you're working with men, men are around a lot of beautiful girls.
Yeah.
Obviously, you being part of that, obviously you're a beautiful girl as well. Like, I think...
Thanks.
Like no worries.
Thanks.
But I mean, why would you want to work with so much men? I mean, and there's no disrespect to guys, by the way. I love girls too, just saying. But I'm saying, like, you're going to get a lot of horny men, and it's just a fact. And I think sometimes, especially in these sort of businesses where you might be in lingerie, especially movie scenes, a lot of sex, why are there not enough women in these positions where photographers can be a girl? Or like, I'm all like, even in the business that I'm in, most of the people that I work with are probably 95% men. Like in terms of photography and production companies and all of that. I know one girl. I know one girl does music videos. Only one girl, and I can go through my phone right now and give you like 100 numbers. They're all boys, bar one girl. Where are all these girls that, like, cause I meet girls that want to do production and all that, but why are they not in a position where they can work with the girls? So that we don't have so many of these issues, because these allegations are everywhere.
Regardless of gender, you can still have these allegations, whether it's a woman or a man.
Yeah,
you
definitely
do it, but obviously, like everything, unless people speak up and it's put in the media, you don't hear about it. Women can do the same thing. At the end of the day, you have to be smart, and that is what I've learned since starting out. Is that we were talking about it, you have to make sure that you never go to a casting on your own. If you know where you look up where you're going, if it's a reputable company, if you're having a photo shoot, you never go on your own. I would always take my makeup artist with me. Now, obviously, if it's an agency that have booked me, that they usually know the client, and I've got to be honest. I think apart from one, most of the time I'll go with another girl. We'll be shooting because it's just a lot easier to get through the stuff, and it's But I think I've only ever been once on my own, but it was through the agency. They knew who they were, they told me their contacts, I had all the details. You get a call sheet, it's all professional. I don't know why there aren't more female photographers. It's the same question of why there are not more female directors. It's just one of those things. The majority of the photographers I've worked with have all been male. Obviously one's been a bit creepier than
that's
others.
what I'm saying though, like, how are we in a business so large where it's dominated by a male figure? Like, I don't get it. You see a lot of like powerful women, especially in women. You got all of these
very strong women,
very inspirational, strong women. From your scene, you got Ashley Graham, and is it Tessa Holiday? Right, I can't remember these names, but there's a lot of girls that are recent, by the way. But there's a lot of these girls in various obviously categories of modeling, but like they're not controlling. But they're not controlling any of like the shoots and stuff like that. It's all controlled by like men. Maybe I'm wrong, just let me know. But that's how I see it. Now, especially if you are doing like basically half naked shoots and lingerie and stuff like that, you can't expect the man not to feel some type of way towards you, because they are watching you basically butt naked, looking like you're about to in Victoria's Secret. I mean, no, I'm not saying there's anything right, but I mean, you just assume that they're gonna make some comment about you or want to ask to bang or like there was a thing yesterday. I don't know if I can get it up, but have you heard of like there's an Instagram person called Sophie Tanner? She's got over like 300 whatever followers on her Instagram, and she posted a picture of two modeling agencies. One guy was like, after the shoot, was like, "Oh, you should show me some titties because we took some good pictures together." Yada yada yada. And I'm just like, damn! Like, imagine like they flew her up from the UK to America, done the shoot, and then the guy trying to get some titty out of it. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
I think what we need to remember is that not every guy's like that.
No,
there has to be a professional part of it. And some people might disagree with me, but you don't, when you're standing in underwear, like I've done an underwear shoot, and I've done it with a photographer that I knew, that I trusted, and that I knew would get good pictures because I knew what I wanted, and that's generally what I would do, send them pictures, say this is what I want to get. one of my favourite photographers that I will always go to for my headshots or anything, an idea. He's male, but I like him because of what he can achieve with the photo, not because just that he's male. But I think when you're working, you don't. I personally don't see someone like that. It's a bit like when I do spray tan and everyone's like, oh, like I'm naked, da, da, da. Literally, I don't look at you like that. I'm doing a job, I'm going to spray you and I forget about what you look like. Obviously photos is a bit harder, but it's about professionalism, and I think you need to be very careful that we don't tarnish every guy with exactly the same brush.
No, not every guy.
They're like that. But obviously I get where you're coming from, because I've had weird ones where I can't wait to leave. But this is where sites like Star Now and Purple Port are so important, because you give reviews. And it stops people falling into that trap of working with people who are inappropriate. I think I personally do. I go with my gut instinct. Like I can tell straight away before I go somewhere if I'm uncomfortable. And if I am, like I've been at some of my best pictures, I worked with this guy and he was like, oh, do you want to do like underwear shots? And I said, no, I know what I want to do. One of them was underwear, but I wasn't like completely. I just had my bra on, like my high-waisted skirt and that. And he was trying to influence me to get to, oh, have I ever been, but he'd ask it in a certain way. Oh, so have you like ever been interested in doing nude? And I'm like, no. And he'd be like, oh, well, I do nude. And I'd be like, no, thank you. And then he'd be like, oh, well, I've got underwear that girls wear, you can put it on. And I'm like,
he's proper trying, isn't it?
No, I don't want to wear someone else's underwear. And I'm like, no, and that's from my experience. I'm like, no, I'm fine. I took someone with me, obviously. And I was like, no, I'm fine, thank you. This is what I want to do. Whereas when you're younger, you get scared and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. Because you feel awkward and you feel like you should say yes.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's why a lot of young girls end up in these very like awkward situations, especially when it comes to like rape and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because they're so vulnerable and like they don't want to upset the person at the same time because they don't know what's going to happen. They're just little girl.
I think there's just simple rules that photographers, whether you're female or male, should abide by. One is you don't touch a model.
Yeah.
Two, you don't ask them for anything inappropriate in the sense of, do you want to do nude or do you want to do underwear? If you've organised a shoot and you know what you want and you spoke about it, it doesn't need to be brought up. Then it doesn't make them feel uncomfortable. Three, they shouldn't be in the room when you're getting changed. End of.
Are they?
Privacy. So I've had someone where I'm trying to get changed, my makeup artist was in front of me, and he's like trying to talk to us casually, and then like sort of walking. I was like, I'm not dressed yet.
So
yeah.
Whoa,
obviously, I didn't work for him again, and then because I didn't want to work for him again, he then gave me a shitty review on Purple Pool.
Really?
Yeah, and I thought I'm not having it. I'm not having it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. What? And he picked himself up. He was like, I've worked with Jessie J, I shot her album cover and all of this, and I'm like, I don't believe you somehow, because my pictures were bad, atrocious.
Really?
Because I always tell the photographer, would you mind just clicking and I'll just move? Because I find that I work better that way and the pictures come out more natural. Whereas he literally would take one picture and he'd be like, oh my God, look at you. Oh, and he'd show the makeup artist. It took hours and he would make weird noises. And he was like, oh, I just want to hug you. Can I hug you? And I'm like, this is weird. I'm like, really?
That's weird.
Yes.
So weird.
So
it's a difficult business, though, isn't it?
It is difficult, and it's very competitive, and it is hard, and it is hard knowing who to trust and where those images are going and what they're doing. That's why you need to be so careful.
This is another thing I was thinking of, because these photographers, most of them represent like a company, an agency, or a brand. Or do you think girls aren't expressing enough to these companies their experiences with either a photographer or a director? Because it kind of comes back to Harvey Weinstein and the whole it took so long before somebody finally spoke out, or whoever spoke up, or before somebody finally looked into it. Do you think girls should be more outspoken with whoever booked them these things? Look, this photographer guy called Sarah or Mike. Yeah. This is what they did when I was there. Maybe you guys need to look into and find out if there's more, or can that ruin your progress further? Again, they like her wife, the way you could have ended somebody else's career. Could that then make the company embarrassed? If that's one of their top photographers, and you're basically going to them, your top photographer is, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely, like if my agency sent me somewhere and that happened and I wanted to report the photographer 100%, I'd go to the agency and be like, look, please don't, if you need to look into it, or you don't book me with him. But I am just telling you that you shouldn't book anybody else. This is what happened, and just go from there. And if they did book me, I had to lose out on a job. I'd rather lose out on a job. Simple. If they wanted to drop me from the agency because I turned down the work, then that's something that I'd have to deal with, and I would rather. And in the end, I'd probably put the word out there and say to the agency and put it online and say, look, this agency didn't support me. Or I'd go to the police. That's what.
It's hard because.
But that's because I think I've got a thick skin now, and I will stand up for myself. Whereas when I first started,
you would.
I wouldn't. I probably would have kept quiet because you do feel embarrassed, like you said.
I think it's hard. I think it's harder for obviously the younger girls because they when you're
just want to please.
Not only that, you really want it.
Yeah.
And when you really want something and you don't fully understand it, because it's not something you learn in school. No one in school is going to be teaching you about modelling and how to take care of yourself around men. I mean, I don't know if they do it now, but especially when I was growing up, there was no sexual harassment conversations or rape conversations.
It just wasn't spoken about.
Yeah, it's not the closest thing you get to sexual is sex education, and even that's like very minimal. Wear condom. They give you condoms as well. They're basically telling you to do it, but they give you condoms as well. So it's not really they're not really telling you not to do it. They're basically saying if you are, have a condom. But that's like the closest you really get to that sex education. So for a lot of these girls, when they're because they are around older men. Like a lot of these agents tend to be older. So
that's
it's
because they have experience.
Oh yeah, they have experience. Yeah, of course. And I think there should be like some rule setting where certain age gaps should be in certain groups. Maybe, I don't know, I don't do the business like that, but I just feel like if you're 16 years old, I don't know if you should be chilling with a 40-year-old man. Like, why is he your photographer?
It depends. But it depends what you're shooting. If you're out shooting normal outdoors photos, like when I first started at drama school, so you have to go and get your headshots. I was 19. I'm still new, and he was probably 40 something. And you're shooting your headshots. Obviously, at the age of 16, I would not. Obviously, you're going to go to your shoot or casting or whatever with somebody. And say you take your mum, you're not expecting your mum to say, "Get in your bikini to we've got a photographer who wants to take pictures for you." You know that's inappropriate, and you know that's not.
The only reason I'm saying that is because obviously the way people look at things today in today's society is very like, if you're old and looking at a younger girl, more or less you're more attractive. That's what I'm saying. Maybe they should do like an age bracket or something like that, just to minimise the a lot of like the man having so much power because of like how big he is. Because when you're 16 and you've got some big lad in front of you, it's like looking at your dad. You're not gonna really want to upset him and stuff like that. And I'm just thinking, it's not of lack of a solution, but like, even for Harvey Weinstein, when he was doing his thing to like 16, 18-year-old. It's like, because he's so muscular and big and he's a big man and he's like this little girl, she might not even be comfortable in the first place just for the fact of the age gap.
Yeah.
Maybe if you have somebody in like their 20s or 21s and 22, they might not be a good photographer and totally get that experience, all of that. Because I know that's what people are going to say.
But they can still be inappropriate and still touch.
They can. They definitely can. I'm not denying that at all. But it can be a more comfortable environment where they can speak on like a same wavelength. And most cases, if it is a younger guy, I don't know, but they won't have the same power of a Harvey Weinstein in terms of if something did happen. I think the 16-year-old would be more likely to say something than if being a bigger man that can just be, I'm going to end your career. That's just. I don't know, that's just me thinking.
Yeah, I know where you're trying to go, but I don't know. I don't know if I agree. But at the end of the day, I think even if the 16-year-old goes in that situation and they, are inappropriate to them and they speak up, they could easily go back to the agency and be like, I don't want to work with her again. Yeah, she's not. It's not easy to work with, and just give feedback that it's not very.
Yeah, that's the true. At the end of the day, you can always end up in a situation where it kind of backfires on you, even if it happened to you.
I think regardless of gender or age, it is going to happen, and unfortunately it is. But it's like we've said, if you do speak up, what does really happen? That's the problem.
Yeah,
it's like a vicious circle, isn't it?
The problem is when you're in a big company. I think if it's a smaller company, you can more or less say something and the situation can get done. But with like when you're like in Hollywood and all these big agencies, it's very difficult to try and single out one person, because that can be like Harvey Weinstein was the main guy in Hollywood. Like you can't shut him out.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Now you know why so many women haven't woken up.
Like maybe like in the 90s, if all the girls knew each other, they could have came as a collective. If Twitter was popping, it was, but they could go like hashtags and whatever they want to do them. You love hashtags.
I love hashtags.
When you post a picture, it's all about the hashtags.
It's so true though.
But like maybe then it would have been easier to come at someone. But yeah, it's difficult when you're just on your own and then you got this billionaire or whatever he is, and then you're not going to be able to stop him with just one word. In most cases, you'll get shut down.
Yeah, probably.
Shut down. Probably cool. You get lawyers ringing, blah, 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 blah.
Exactly. It all gets very messy, and then it's like trying to prove it. Imagine being 16, speaking up about him, going to court, him trying to shush you, getting all the way through it and going, actually, we're going to let it go. He hasn't been accused of anything. We can't prove anything. There's no evidence. Imagine being that 16-year-old. Your name is in the papers. You look like you're not telling the truth. They can't prove it.
How awful! Call you a hoe anyways.
How awful is that?
Yeah, you just get called a whore for no reason. And
at the end of the day, this is another thing that always been like, they were in that situation. They should have said no. No, it doesn't matter. Even if they.
Yeah, but that's what rape is.
At the end of the day, he shouldn't have even asked. So if he hadn't asked, it wouldn't have happened. So at the end of the day, he's in the wrong no matter what. Yeah. He should not have asked. You don't overstep that mark.
I don't think you ask when you're raping someone.
No, I mean just in general, like saying don't speak, or I'm going to do, trying to say no to having sex and then I'm going to put your name in the dirt or whatever. He shouldn't have even approached. He shouldn't even touch. That's just a.
Yeah.
I feel sorry. I feel sorry for these women. I really do.
So is it a thing that they shouldn't be alone in these offices, or I don't know. Well, yeah.
I believe there should be rules for castings. That there should be maybe a certain amount of men or a certain amount of women, or that people of a certain age must attend with somebody, or
So when you go to these shoots, is the whole environment dominated by men?
Not necessarily. Like one of the shoots I went to, the designer was a woman. Her husband actually was a photographer.
Yeah.
The guy who ran the studio, he was obviously a man.
Yeah.
And then I had the makeup, obviously, or most of the majority is women that I have.
Yeah.
But mostly the environments I've been in is mostly women more than men. The photographer, I've got to say, is usually always a man.
Yeah,
But makeup artists have always been a woman. I've always been in groups with girls. I don't think I've ever shot anything with a guy.
Really?
I've done catwalks and stuff, but I don't think I've ever done a shoot on set with a guy.
Okay, cool. So in terms of keeping you safe, we would say what I think.
Yeah.
Never go alone.
Yeah.
To any shoots of any category, whether that's photography or filming or whatever.
Yeah.
Always bring someone with you.
Research where you're going.
Research where you're going.
The location.
Know your photographer?
Yeah, Google your photographer, look up any feedback or ask your agency who they've shot before.
Yeah. But people can lie about that, that's the thing. It's so easy.
Yeah, but if you're doing it for an agency, usually if they've got feedback and stuff like that.
Yeah, but photographers can freelance, don't they? They can just fly and do a shoot here.
Yeah, of course.
I did a shoot Michael Jackson last week still. Really? What, for your editing? No, I did it myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but at least the main point is you don't go on your own.
Yeah, just don't go by yourself. Definitely do your research.
Yeah, research company, the people, make sure they're legit.
Don't accept anything other than what you're there for. So like you were saying,
always make it clear what you're going for and what you're shooting. So mine, if I'm doing a shoot that I've arranged myself, I always speak to the photographer before and say exactly what I want, the pictures that I want to achieve, and this is what we're going to shoot. And you settle on how long you're going to be there, and obviously if you're doing TFP, which is time for print, there's no exchange of money.
Yeah.
You just get your pictures of your payment.
Yeah. And also regarding like photographers advising you to take other types of pictures, whether that's lingerie or bikini shots. How do you think people should go about that? Should they just say no to it? Kind of that's what you did.
Yeah, I just say no.
Just finish your sentence.
Yeah, I'm very particular about what I send out, so just make sure that you say no, and if you feel uncomfortable, you just leave.
Yeah.
No harm in leaving.
So if you guys have been enjoying the show so far again, let's get back into it. Sports, you know what's up. So, should we just start with the Champions League then? Let's start with the Champions League. So unfortunately this is filmed on a Wednesday, Champions League was on Tuesday. So I'm going to be talking about one half of the games and no Europa League, but let's get into it. So Sparta Moscow 5-1 against Sevilla. Sevilla really struggling in Group E at the moment, slipping down to third this time in a group stage at the moment. Maribor 0, Liverpool 7. Liverpool they're ramping, but you know it's a pub team, so had they not won at least 3-4, they would have been asking questions. But Liverpool go on top, joined with 5 points with Sparta Moscow, looking good at the moment. Can they progress? I thought you guys think Liverpool can go in the Champions League. Me personally, I'm looking at maybe last 16, possibly quarters. It's a very big possibility. I mean, the defence is quite fleeky at the moment, but we'll find out what they can do in the Champions League. We got Feyenoord 1 and Shakhtar Donetsk 2. We got Manchester City 2 and Napoli 1. And Napoli's been struggling in this group. It's currently sitting bottom of the group. And City obviously top, as usual, as you would expect. I think City will definitely progress to at least the semi-finals in this Champions League. Shakhtar Donetsk doing well as well. They're looking like they're enjoying this group, sitting nicely and pretty at second. And yeah, Group F is looking like a good group. Let's go into Group G. We've got Monaco 1, Besiktas 2. We've got RB Leipzig 3 and FC Porto 2. Now Besiktas is flying in this group. God damn it. I don't even know. Did anyone expect Besiktas to be leading this? Leipzig sitting pretty at second, but on 4 points. So it's a very tight group. Monaco really struggling at the bottom of this group. Again, can Monaco come out of it? I don't know. Quite a lot of decent teams in there. I'm looking at Monaco, Leipzig, Porto, Besiktas. It's not a weak group at least, but they're very like similar in, I think in quality, would I say. But I would assume Monaco was going to kill that. But you know what's happening? We don't have Mbappe, innit? Let's go into the next group. And in Group H we got Apoel Nicosia 1, Borussia Dortmund 1, Real Madrid 1, Spurs 1. Real Madrid and Spurs sitting top and pretty, taking the 1 and 2 position. Obviously Real Madrid on top, Spurs on second on goal difference, obviously. And Borussia Dortmund bottom, struggling. Now, you would have thought Dortmund would have won their game against Nicosia, both of them, and literally caught up. Well, Spurs you would have seen would be struggling against Madrid. It's not really looking like that. I mean, they managed to get a point. So big up to Spurs and big up to Kane as well. It was a goal, wasn't it? But big up to Tottenham for getting that goal. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's looking good in the Champions League. Let's get into Anthony Joshua. Says he's in no rush to fight in the US. There's been a lot of speculation about why he's only fighting in Wembley and Cardiff and whatever. People say he needs to go to the US now. Go to the big stage. Show people what you can do on the big stage. Me personally, he did say that he likes to give out tickets to the community and he helps people and people. As a guy who's not really into boxing to that extent, I find it quite boring. But I just think maybe he just does. He likes to be like in his home crowd. I think a lot of people kind of, when you go to the US and you're fighting US, you're basically fighting their home turf as well. So you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. US, Anthony Joshua might want to make that move, and if you do, shout me. But anyway, $128 million player who joined Boston Celtics in July, Gordon Hayward, fractures his ankle against Cleveland Cavaliers in the opening game of the NBA season. Very unfortunate when you spend that kind of money on a player, and you're gone just like that. Hopefully he gets back soon. Shout out to the NBA for starting. Looking forward to seeing the Lakers doing their thing. We also support a team. We've been the Lakers, and that's just, yeah, I like their colours. Anyway, let's go into women's football. Mark Sampson under investigation after bullying claims by Enolia Aluko. Now, this has been going on for quite a while now. where she came out and said that she was bullied and she felt discriminated for her skin colour and all that stuff. I'm siding with Aluko on this one. I think even from his history with Bristol City, where he apparently was dating a woman that he was working with, whatever he was doing there. I mean, I don't understand this guy. Maybe he gets a bit too close to these girls, not putting any allegations out there that he's doing anything that he shouldn't be doing at all. I'm not saying that. I just think it's a bit awkward that your best striker all of a sudden isn't even in your team. So I'm gonna have to side with her on this one. Unless I see otherwise, there's a lot of bookiness coming out of his name here and there. FA looking into it, people asking why the hell was he even allowed to be the bloody England manager if you had a situation at Bristol City? You know what I mean? Like, come on, you got to think about these kind of things. So hopefully you guys in the FA saw that situation out. But anyway, that's the end of the sport. Let's get back to the show, and thank you very much. Bye. So there you go, ladies. Shout out to Emma. She actually does photo shoots as well. If you're a photographer, you gotta go from me, and I'm joking.
You're Asian.
Damn, I'll be searching your issue. I don't want to hear no man took a picture of Stormzy. No. I want to see reviews. Just eat. But anyways, if you want to know more about photography and stuff like that, her details will be in the description below. You can ask her questions about anything you want to know about in terms of photography, or even just being around there. Anyway, any experiences you want to have, she's the good girl for you. And yeah, that's basically the end of on today in Chatting Show, which will be a good series. But anyways, that's been it. Hope you guys enjoyed the show so far, and see you guys every Monday at 8:30 PM, and take a break and have a Kit Kat holiday.